Hello everyone, Simon here. We haven't played Stonehearth in a while. It's Alpha 19, and let's see how the game is going. So for those of you who don't know, I kickstarted this game. I don't know, a long time ago, and it's been in development also for a long time. And I've just been playing this every now and then to see how their development is going. It seems to be going slowly. Maybe they're running out of steam. I don't know. I don't want to talk bad about them because they're nice people, but it seems like they're kind of running out of steam and not sure if this game is gonna get finished. I hope it gets finished at some point. But even if it's finished, I'm not sure if it's gonna get any better. Anyway, let's see how this is. Alpha 19. I don't think I played this. I don't even know what the last version I played is. This is new. This is a story of a brave band of settlers from the ascendancy of Raya's children. So Raya's children is like a whole new thing. They made a whole separate kingdom, which I'm not sure why, because they don't have the basic game mechanics completed yet, I don't think. But they added a whole new faction. Earnest and hardworking, loyal and well-rounded citizens of the Ascendancy chop, build and farm, confident that the known world is theirs to inhabit. The people of the desert learned early that to survive they needed each other and preferably as many others as they could reach. Now visitors find them generous hosts with access to goods from all over the world. Okay, well, let's try the new faction since we're here to try out the game, right? From Raya's Children's Society of Charming Wily Traders. Okay. Seeking new lands to adventure, they set off to the desert or temperate. So again, like they added a whole new faction and they added a whole new biome. And maybe this is like a test to see how well the game handles new content. But as I said, the last time I played, the basic mechanics of the game seemed... Well, it's in alpha. The game is in alpha, so it's got bugs and everything. So the desert, dry and sandy with chunky hills and sparse vegetation, default home of Raya's children. The forest. Alright, well, let's try the new content. The desert of Palmam. A location that got resolution problems. This is not a window that we can move. Select the difficulty, peaceful sandbox mode where you're free to build your town without worrying about invaders whatsoever. Normal, adventure forth in a world fraught with danger, your town will be subject to raiding enemies. Or hard, face more difficult monsters than normal mode. Well, let's try normal mode. A location that shows them an inspiring place to begin a new... Oh, you can change the stuff if you want to. A tranquil place to begin anew. Okay, and then this is slightly spookier. But it's not extra spooky. Alright, well... Let's see how this goes for us. Okay, look at this. Roll new citizens. What do we have here? Mind, body, spirit. There's a lot of mind here, not that much body. I still don't know how these stats affect us. But we can like rename people before we start. And we can like roll new... What about just roll new citizens? Slightly more balanced. So for example, this one we might make a fighter, for example. Hold on. The ability to think intelligently, a high mind stat allows a halfling to excel in complex mental activities such as crafting. Influences diligence, curiosity, and crafting, right? Attack harder and live longer, so probably soldiers. Faith in other people. Easily befriend animals and stand strong against enemies. Influence courage, willpower, and compassion. Okay, sure. So we have 150 gold to start with. What should we start with? We don't really need food, I don't think. Herbalism? So let's just start with farmer. Because, well, a wooden sword, sure, a wooden sword. Farmer. And I guess we should just start weaving right away. I choose these because, sword because we're playing with enemies. Herbalist, balms and bandages, healing, or clothing. Well, let's go for this. Alright, I'm back. And then we're gonna roll a map. Trees and plants. There's not that many trees and plants. Minerals. How important are minerals? There's a lot of wildlife everywhere. We should go somewhere where there's trees. Foothills? Here? There's not that many trees. We can plant trees, right? Let's go here. Although there's no water. How much do I want water? Maybe I should go here because there's water. Or maybe like the thing is I might want to build a wall. Let's go here. There's a bit of water to the north, right? Not sure if that's a good idea or not. How do we pause the game? Space, and then mouse. Wait, I wasn't paying. I didn't read the whole thing. Okay, we need to place a banner. WASD works. Okay. Oh, there is. Okay, well, here's the water. This the edge of the map. Let's go here near the water, shall we? There. Sure. That's the name of the town. How do I pause? Well, that's pause. Oh, pause is down here. Pause. Let me get my bearings. Town information, town overview, no edibles. Net worth 40, inventory, military strength 28, inventory. I have 2 blocks of wood. I have those things. A potter's cutter. Required to promote a halfling into a potter. Interesting. Alright, so halflings. Core build mine job. So let's get a warrior right away. Promote to footman. What are these? Knight and archer. That's interesting. I wonder if that's available to us. Alright, we want that one. And how much do we want a farmer? Who's a good farmer? 3, 3, and 3? 3, 3, and 4? Yeah, sure, 3, 3. And... You can be a farmer. And then everyone else, what is this stuff? Wild cactus can be harvested for healing herbs. Okay, space is move the camera. Can we harvest it for prickly pears? Harvest, gather those. I'm not sure how useful this stuff is. What is this? An impressive specimen, a large cactus, okay. Is there no natural food? Small cactus, small and prickly. Tumbleweed, source of coarse fibers. So there's just no food? There's no food to be foraged? Okay, well, that's interesting to know. So we need to like start farming right away. Okay then. Stockpile. Let's put the stockpile there. Okay. And then let's unpause. Alright, good news. What is going on with the stockpile? Are they stacking things on top of each other? Okay, farming. 10 by 10. Fast growing, pretty bland on its own. Much prettier than it's tasty. Takes a while to grow, very fun to eat. Alright, well, carrot first. Because we need food immediately. And then maybe also watermelon, which takes longer to grow. So let me just pause again. So how much? Edibles 8. Okay, so these counted as food. Do these count as food? They don't, do they? Do the cactus count as food? They don't. Do these count as food? Maybe just harvest a bit of everything. Don't really know what I'm doing, right? Tumbleweeds. Chop those down. I can get stone. Or let's get the stone. Let's get the stone. And then what's that stuff? Alright, let's just chop those down. Sure. So crafters requires a carpenter, requires a weaver, requires a mason. Hold on. So let's say you change jobs. What can you be? Herbalist? Potter. Oh, we need a potter. Alright, let's go for potter. And alright, and then we keep moving. So I think pottery is important. Workshop. Potter's kiln, potter's wheel. Ingredients unmet. I need clay. I need clay. How do I get clay? Where does clay come from? That's stone. Where does clay come from, guys? So this is like that's cactus flower, prickly pear, cactus log, hunker stone, coarse fiber bundle. Anyone see clay anywhere? Do I like dig down for clay? Alright, so I don't seem to see any clay on the surface. Let me Agent of already stun your outpost. My friends, the desert welcomes all its children. We'll be back tomorrow to check on you, but in the meantime, your parents sent these supplies to get you started. Pumpkin basket, thanks. Alright, our dad just came and gave us some food. Cheers, bro. So I'm guessing clay is not on the surface. So what if I harvest mine tunnel? I guess I should like mine a block. Alright, let me start mining here. So they can't get stuck in there, right? Wait, is that clay? Do I see clay? That's amount of clay. Alright, you just dig in the ground for clay. So the question is, are they gonna get stuck down there? Is that what's going on? Let me mine block. Well, this was a bad idea, wasn't it? Wait, they can get stuck? They can get stuck. Build. Place building, design mode, stairs, clay bricks. I don't have clay bricks. Stone? Is there any stone down there? That's a giant staircase. There's kind of stone down there. How do I rotate this? Hollow stairs. Can they figure that out? Finish editing. Build. Yeah, start building. Okay, they're kind of figuring it out. Okay, we have a staircase? No, they failed. They failed. Why? Don't go down there. Are you crazy? They failed the last step of the staircase. Build and design. So we need like slab. We need like I can't believe we failed already. Can you just put a no, not yet. Not yet. Remove this building. We want stone. Just put a finish. Build. Yeah, start building. Okay. Is that a staircase? Does that count as a... What are you guys doing down there? Does that... Or does that not count as a staircase? Are they stuck down there still? It's so embarrassing. What is happening down there? Okay, I need more space, don't I? Let me just dig those out. Now they're stuck in there again. They can't dig above their heads, guys. Wait, that's not a... Well, we have some issues. We have some issues. Build. Yes, start building. But they're still stuck down there. Oh, wait a minute. Hold on, let me 1, 2, 3, okay. I think what we need to do is no, build. Build. There. Finished. Build. Yes, start building. Okay. Alright, we've got a staircase. I'm not sure if I agree with the way the game lets you get all your guys stuck in a hole and basically have them starve to death if you're not careful. Anyway, they've dug themselves back out. Wow, that was I don't know how I should feel about that. Alright, so let's finish working on this, because this is what I want to do, right? I want to have like a staircase there. And then like that one, and then that one. Alright, good, that's an actual staircase. Wow! So this one, Frodo, can we remove this building. Oh, it just destroys itself? Remove this building. Remove this building. And remove this building. Alright, we have a staircase, we don't need those anymore. What an interesting way to get yourself stuck in the game. Let me just keep digging this out, because I feel like we need more clay. Alright, good, you guys do that. In the meantime, our potter. Show workshop. We should make these, right? We should make a potter's kiln and a potter's wheel. Craft one potter's wheel. Craft one potter's kiln. Mason's clay chisel. Herbalist staff. How do you get a carpenter? Clay market store? Merchants can visit the store to buy and sell goods? Okay, that's interesting. How much food do we have, really? Pottery wheel. Alright, let's place the pottery wheel. Where should we set up our workshops? Just around here is fine. Pottery wheel. And then potter's kiln. You'll notice that the important stuff has little sparkles on it, little particle effects on it, which is useful. Alright, let's just have these guys keep digging out the quarry over there. Show workshop. So, why can't we build this yet? I need level 1. Okay, I need to make more stuff. Storage clay pile. A pile of clay stacked together. An excellent way to store lots of clay for later use. You can craft a clay pile. Small urn for compactly storing up to 8 items. Okay, these are like boxes where you can build more stuff. Oh, a clay bed. I can build... Oh, this is useful. Clay bricks. Red clay door. I should probably build like a building. How many halflings do I have? It's like 6 people?